The next element that we're going to learn how to style are list elements, and here I have an unordered list of 3 list items. And the way that we're going to select these list item elements to style is by, in our style.css file, selecting the unordered list item element. And this is a new type of selector that we haven't seen before. What we do here is we actually select the child element of this element. So when we separate elements by spaces, it indicates a child relationship. So we say that we want to select the child list item of an unordered list. And this is important because maybe in our web application we want to style list items that are children of unordered lists differently than we want to style list items that are children of ordered lists. And since our list items contain text, we can actually style the same properties that we learned how to style in the last section. And so I'm going to go ahead and style some of those properties here. I'll change the font family to be styled as Roboto, the font weight to be styled as 300, and the font size to be 1.5 EM. And the next property that I want to style is specific to unordered list elements, and that is the list style type property. By default, unordered lists are bulleted, and by changing this list style type property to none, it's actually going to remove those bullets. There are a number of different other values we can assign to this list style type property, but for now I'm just going to use none. Now, styling lists introduces one other topic, not with regards to properties, but with regards to selectors. And that is that we can select a particular list item or a particular grouping of list items by adding this to our selector, and that is a colon followed by nth child, in which we give some sort of formula or value for finding the children that we want. So the simplest type is that we can add, for instance, even and odd. So here we've added an even nth child selector. We can also add an odd nth child selector. And we see that the property that we choose to distinguish between the two is the color property. So our text will change depending on whether the list item is an even child or an odd child in our list. And now that we have our list styled, let's go ahead and refresh our browser to see how it looks. Of course, we begin by viewing what the default styling of an unordered list looks like, and that's why the bullets are still here. But when we refresh our page, we'll notice that the bullets are gone and the odd elements are styled red and the even elements are styled gray.